Welcome back, friends. My name is Amy, and you're watching Flipping with Amy, where we talk about selling things online. This is our October What Sold video. What sold for the month of October in 2024. I know we're a little bit behind, but we are getting caught up. So I want to go ahead and share with you what we sold in the month of October. I haven't done November or December yet, but I will get those done and I will share them with you very shortly. But we are getting them done. So we have, let's see how many we had. We had 31 orders for the month of October. So let me go ahead and share with you what we had that went out. Okay, and these are all going to be in order, and as always, what you see on the screenshot is correct, as opposed to whatever numbers I might say. I tried to look them up and be more accurate with the numbers, but whatever you see on the screenshot will be what's correct, unless I put some wording up on the screen afterwards. That'll be correct. Okay, so the first thing went out on the 1st of the month, and that is a pink rose blouse that went to Jenna in the state of IN. Thank you for your order. That was a size extra small. Item number 3078, and that sold for $12. Okay, and I'll leave a little space here for the screenshots. It's been, a couple of months, 2 or 3 months back, so I'm not going to remember exactly what each and every item is. I think this one's one that I really liked, but I'll put some writing on the screen if it is or not. Okay, the next thing sold on the 2nd of the month, and that is a Bugle Boy men's shirt that went to Carol in the state of MD, and that was a size XL, and item number 2961, and that sold for $14. My voice is like cracking. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, the next thing sold on the 3rd of the month. Oh, this is that Kardashian's Curve shirt that sold one time last month, and then it sold again in the month of October. It sold the first time, and I messaged them letting them know that it did have a spot on the sleeve, and if that's okay. They said no, they didn't see that. Can you please cancel it? I canceled it, and someone purchased it a few days later. They sent me an offer for $15. I accepted. I did also let them know that, hey, there's a spot. Do you still want it? And they said yes, go ahead and send it. So that sold to Beverly in the state of California. The size was 20W, and that item number is 3605, and it sold for $15. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 3rd of the month. This is Little People figures that went to Kathy in the state of New York. Item number 3902, and those sold for $20.20. There are 2 different Little People figure sets that I sold, and I'm not sure which one this is, but you'll see the screenshot. Okay, the next thing sold on the 5th of the month, and that is Pins and Needles dress. And thank you for the positive feedback, Desiree, who was in the state of UT. That was a size medium, item number 4158, and that sold for $14. Okay, this is the one that I believe was a sleeveless dress, and it was beige on top and gray on bottom with lace, gray lace on the bottom. Really, really pretty, really pretty. Okay, the next thing sold on the 6th of the month, and that is colorful childhood dress, and that went to Oscar in the state of California, size 140, item number 4312, and it sold for $21.71. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 6th of the month, that is onyx and purple jade earrings. That went to T in the state of New York, item number 459, and it sold for $14.66. That must have been a coupon. And I've showed you those earrings. Those are some earrings that I made. Okay. The next thing sold on the 8th of the month, and that is the Louis Lamar tapes, the set of 6. Now I had 5 sets of these tapes at first. 2 of the sets have already sold. The first one that sold had 5 tapes in there. This one had 6 tapes. This one, I believe, is the one that came back with a neutral feedback saying that one of the tapes stopped in the middle of the tape. This went to Michael in the state of California, item number 4233. That sold for $17.61. Okay, I need water. Gosh. Okay, the next thing sold. Sorry, the next thing sold on the 9th of the month, and that was Dapper Day men's shirt with the roller coasters. Oh, I believe that was the blue and white, and it had the roller coasters all over it. Super cute. That sold to Natalia in the state of Florida. The size was extra large. Item number 3853, and that sold for $13.51. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 9th of the month, and that is a fever blouse. And thank you for the positive feedback, Kim, who was in the state of AR. Size was 2X, item number 2841, and that sold for $10. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 9th of the month, and that is an Old Navy green blouse. Thank you for the positive feedback, Sherry, who was in the state of MO. That is a size XXL, item number 4287, and that sold for $14. Okay, the next thing sold on the 10th of the month, and that is Karen Scott blouse, and it was black. Thank you for the positive feedback, Kevin, who's in the state of IL. That was a size extra small. Item number 2544, and that sold for $12. You know what? I do pick up a lot of things that are size extra small, and I sell a lot of things that are size extra small, so I don't know, I might be changing my mind on how I pick those up, because I'm saying, you know, that I'm not going to pick those up because they don't sell very fast, but they do sell, and well, there are 2, 3, 4 things already on this list that were size extra small and they sold. So there's that. So that's something to think about. Okay, the next thing sold. You know what? I need water. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna get some water. Made me some hibiscus tea. Hopefully that'll work. Boy, I was really thirsty. I love that hibiscus tea. That was a husband seeing how I was doing with my video. Okay, so where were we? Okay, we talked about the Karen Scott blouse that was black. Okay, excuse me. Okay, the next thing sold on the 12th of the month, and that was an Izod mint shirt orange. That went to, oh, Osman in the state of MD. Size XXL. Item number 1488, and that sold for $12. That made my throat like or dry or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, the next thing sold on the 13th of the month, and that is Erica Blouse Hawaiian. Oh, and I've got several Hawaiian blouses here to list, and I just pulled some more shirts out of the wash that were washed and dried, and now they're ready to list. I pulled some more of those clothes out of the closet. You know, I hang and dry my stuff, so I hang them with my clothes till they're dry, and then I bring them over here to list. Okay. Erica Blouse Hawaiian. Thank you for the positive feedback, Suzette, who was in Arizona. Size small. Item number 2493, and that sold for $14. Okay. The next thing sold also on the 13th of the month, and that is a Messini men's shirt black. Thank you for the positive feedback, George, who was in the state of Alabama, and that was a size extra large. What's wrong with my throat? Okay, item number 1563, and that sold for $14.43. That was a coupon. Okay, the next thing sold on the 17th of the month, and that is the plastic apple ornaments. Oh wow. So you remember before I had the small apple ornaments, and they were wooden, they were nice. And at another time, at another place, I found bigger apple ornaments, and I grabbed them quickly because the first one sold. But when I got these home, I realized that they were cracked and broken, and not wooden. They were plastic and cracked. So I had someone, well, excuse me, purchase them at first, and then they came back and they said, hey, you know, I didn't realize these weren't wooden. I thought they were wooden, and I believe they're plastic. And I messaged them back, yeah, they are plastic. So like, oh, well, can you cancel it? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. So several months later, someone did purchase them again. I put in the title, plastic cracked apples, and the size and everything. But someone did eventually purchase those again, and I wrapped them really nice. Okay, let's see. The plastic apple ornaments went to David in the state of NC, item number 3418. They sold for $12.87, which that was a coupon. Okay, the next thing, there's 3 things here that sold on the 17th of the month. The next thing is a girl's rainbow jacket. This was my granddaughter's jacket. It's Houston, doesn't get cold here very much, so she probably didn't wear it but a few times. Okay, this went to Heather in the state of MI, size 8, and item number 4174, and that sold for $12. I think it came from Temu originally, so, you can't really, or it may have come from Walmart, I don't know, so, you won't get much for those. Okay, the next thing sold on the 17th of the month, and this is apartment 9 blouse blue. That went to Carrie in the state of California. That was a size extra large, item number 2161, and that sold for $12. Okay, the next thing sold on the 19th of the month, and that is Jacqueline Klaus suit outer. Thank you for the positive feedback, Robin, who was in the state of MD. That was a size 4. Item number 2870, and that sold for $14. Okay, the next thing sold on the 20th, and that is divided H&M sweater dress. That went to James in the state of VA. That was a size extra small. Item number 2330, and that sold for $16. Okay, the next two things sold on the 21st of the month. The first is Island Shores men's shirt. It sounds Hawaiian, I don't know. That went to Crystal in the state of NJ, New Jersey. Size large. Item number 1909. That sold for $14.76. I had 18 here, but it scratched off and it says $14.76. That was probably a coupon. Just check the screenshot to see the correct amount. Okay, the next thing sold on the 21st of the month, Pat the Bunny Lovey. That went to Jesse in the state of Florida. Item number 4132. That means that wasn't listed very long. All of the Loveys that I got, I haven't had very long. They haven't been listed very long. When I get like all of the small items, I list those first, and then I have the clothing, all of the clothing left that I need to list. So when I get the Loveys, I list them immediately. So I don't have any that are unlisted here. I've sold like 3 recently, so I'm not sure exactly which one this is. It says it's a bunny, so it might be the like turquoise green bunny with the spots. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Item number 4132, and that sold for $15.15. That was a coupon. Okay. The next thing sold on the 22nd of the month. The next 3 things sold on the 22nd. That is Cat and Jack uniform shorts. That went to Michelle in the state of Florida. And it does not say a size here. It's probably a size 8. Item number 4170, and those sold for $15. These were uniform skirts that were going to be my granddaughter's, but she did not wear them or outgrew them, or I don't know, what it was, but they were new without tags, and they sold for $15. Okay, the next thing sold on the 22nd. That is Vans Kid Shoes Black. These went to Mark in the state of California, size 2, item number 4303, and these sold for $16. These were also the granddaughter's shoes. She did not wear them. I don't know if she didn't like them at the time, or they weren't her size at the time. I don't know, but they weren't worn and she outgrew them. So we sold them, and they sold for $16. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 22nd, and this is this is retail arbitrage. I purchased these at Dollar Tree, possibly, and I think it was 3 of them, and they went to Gonzalo in the state of NJ. This was several years later, so item number 1415, that tells you how long we've had it, quite a while, and it sold for $17.63. Although we've had these for several years, they were new with tags because it was retail arbitrage. They still sold for an amount that was reasonable. So even though you've had it for a while, it could still sell, and it could still sell for the amount that you want. Okay, the next thing sold on the 24th of the month, and that is Gymboree dress patchwork. This went to Andrea. Doesn't say what state. size 5, item number 4106, and this sold for $16. Okay, if I'm remembering right, this was a beautiful pink patchwork dress, and this came from the store on Long Point, I believe. There was hardly any dresses up there, and like I never find anything there at all. So I think this day, the day that I purchased this, I only had like 2 items, you know, from that store because I never find anything there. But I found this beautiful, beautiful dress that I knew I had to have it and I had to sell it. And I loved it. So I priced it high and I got what I wanted for it, basically, which was the $16. Okay. The next thing sold on the 25th of the month, and that is Sharp VHS tapes. This was, I believe it was new sealed. It was, it's a TV series. It's Sharp. It's called Sharp. I did look it up and watch a couple of episodes, and it's really neat. It's kind of like Bonanza, or it's kind of like one of those old shows set in the past. But it's really neat. It's really neat. I had never heard of it, but I did look it up and watch a couple of episodes. That went to bin in the state of WA, item number 1261. That means we've had it for a while. It was big, it was, several, 3 or 4 VHS, it was a big thing. Okay, let's see where we were. That sold for $15.17. That was a coupon. Okay, which that was perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine with me. Okay, the next thing sold on the 26th of the month, and that is Croft & Barrow Blouse Green. That went to Donetta in the state of Arizona, size medium, item number 1750, and that sold for $10. Okay. I'm excited to do the next month so I can share with you what I sold, because I did sell more things for $10 and I do have more positive feedback, so that's exciting. Okay, the next thing sold on the 28th of the month, and that is a Karen Scott Halloween blouse, and I believe that was a white long sleeve blouse, and it had the embroidery on the collar of the Halloween, the pumpkins and cats and things on the collar. But you'll see the screenshot. Thank you for the positive feedback, Debbie, who was in the state of MO. That was a size small, item number 2728, and that sold for $12.50. I really thought that was going to go for higher, but I send crazy offers when I don't have sales. So there you have that. Okay, but as long as I'm selling, I don't pay much for them, so as long as I'm selling them, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. The next thing sold on the 30th of the month, and that is a small green birdhouse set. Oh, these you'll see in a pack with me video. It's 4. Well, it doesn't say here, but it's 4 small green birdhouses. It may have helped that they were all green. I don't know, but they were nice, and they went to Christine in the state of HI. I think that's Hawaii. I remember that. And you watched me pack them in a big box and everything. Those were nice. So if they did take a long time to sell, but they did sell, and they did sell for an amount that I was hoping for. Let's see, the item number was 1075, and they sold for $26. Okay, the next thing also sold on the 30th of the month, and this is the last thing here, is Basic Edition Blouse Pink. Thank you for the positive feedback, Cheryl. It doesn't say a state here. Size small, and that sold with a coupon for $11.37. Okay, that is 31 orders that we had for October, and our grand total is 455.57. Okay. Also keep in mind, off of every one of these totals that I've told you, eBay takes fees and promotions. Everything in my shop is promoted, so eBay will take $1 for fees and $1 for promotions and $1 just to make it even. And I know it sounds silly, but that's how it is. And then the shipping is not always even, so sometimes I pay more for shipping. More often than not, I pay probably 50 cents more for shipping than the buyer does, which it's okay with me. It all works out in the wash, and that's fine. But I just want to let you know that these numbers are not, that's not what I keep. I'm just trying to be honest. That's not what I keep. So I probably kept around 400 of that, with 50 going for fees and shipping and promotional costs. Most of my items do sell with a promotional fee. At least 80% of my items sell with a promotional fee. So just keep that in mind. I don't, it's okay. I don't mind paying that. At least it gets it sold, it gets it gone. But I'm just letting you know, a lot of resellers don't promote their items. I do, because that's what gets them sold. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have the sales that I do have. Maybe I should also make note of the ones that were promoted, sold on a promotional fee. Excuse me. Some of the videos that I've done, I did keep track of which ones sold on a promoted fee, but this one I did not. But I think maybe I'll try to keep track of that, so you can see how many of them actually sell because they were promoted or with a promotional fee added. So yes, all of my items are promoted. So, do you have any questions? Have any questions for me here? I think I've gone over everything and said everything that I needed to tell you in this. Just remember that this is just all the numbers added up. All the numbers that I told you here, I added them up, and that's the number that I got. So that doesn't account for all of the amounts that were taken off. So who knows how much I actually made, but this is good. This is good. This is in line with, oh, here's my book for this. This is in line with the sales that I've been getting. Now, the one before this was really bad. One of these was. September was very close at $4.79. August was the bad one. August was a bad one at $3.50. Okay, July we had $300, and $4.30 the month before that. So this is in line with how much we've been making. I'm going to work on the November video for us now, and hopefully I'll also work on the December video, and I can get those out for you. But as for now, this is done, and we know what went out in October, and I filed. This is my book that I made for my monthly sales numbers. I'll tuck that back over there. Okay, so I think I'm going to make November's now, and we'll see what happens. The last 2 weeks of December, my sales were horrible, like nothing. I had like one that went out each week, and the second week of December was really good, so I was able to lean on what I made that week. But the last 2 weeks were horrible, 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 and I did not have money for Christmas presents, and I did not have money for my phone bill for this month. So that's where we are. But we are in a new year. It is a new year. It is a new time. All that is done. And we've been getting more sales coming in. So that's great. And we will all see that. I did have an order that went out today. And I had some that went out yesterday. I did not make a video showing that one because we're not going to do that. We're not going to go there. We still have other things we can talk about. Okay, so I'm going to get working on this next video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.